People, there is a beating in my chest, and no, it is not from the irresponsible levels of caffeine currently coursing through my veins. It's patch day in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, echoes of Fallen Star, and I'm a huge Final Fantasy VIII fan, so the raid being called Eden makes my pants tight with excitement. But primals that we have known since, what, 1.0? No, don't quote me on that. I never said that. Primals that we've known since the beginning, Ramuh, Titan, Ifrit, Garuda, Leviathan, have all been redesigned. And the music, the fights, the cutscenes, the action are so amazing that even if I didn't have all of this coffee in my stomach sloshing around inside of my gross, disgusting human corporeal form, I would be unable to sleep. I have had several chances today to take a nap and I just can't. It is so exciting. And the way that they've formatted this particular patch, I was doing raids, I hadn't even touched the story yet. I'm fighting the new normal raid boss. I haven't done any story quests. I'll have to do some later, and you better believe that I'm excited to do that. But look at this fight. Look at this arena. We are in the goddamn Thunder Plains from Final Fantasy X, fighting a horse-bearded lightning mage. This is amazing. This is fantastic. I am in love with the new content. I haven't checked out all of the gear yet. That's on the to-do list. I haven't checked out the Gathering rework. That's on the to-do list. But right now, all I want to do is get that music. I don't know if it's in the game yet or not, but I want it. I want it badly. And I've got videos coming out of some of the later fights, but I don't want to flood the channels. I still haven't even thought about how I'm going to do that. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. Because this fight, while we died quite a bit and I was on the floor tanking it like a goddamn dragoon, I can tell you without a doubt this is going to be a lot of fun to do. Collecting the orbs in order to resist the lightning, avoiding being pushed over the edge of the arena while managing your combos. I'm going to be completely honest with you, there's a black mage in our party and I don't know how he's doing damage. I don't know how he's doing anything. It feels like every time I stop, I'm gonna die. Like if I stop moving, I'm guaranteed to die. And it's this weird swelling momentum thing that even when you're fucking up, like you don't have time to go, oh no, I'm sorry. No, you have to keep going because one mistake compounds into another. But if you make one small mistake, you still have a chance to come back from the brink. If you are caught up on the Shadowbringer story, I cannot recommend you do these raids enough. Not only is the first part of the raid fantastic, but these fights are the game changers. Like, this is going to be how they do fights from here on in. Sign me the fuck up. Take my money. Take it. Take it from my pockets. I don't need it. I need these fights right now. Even as I'm recording the video, I just want to be playing Final Fantasy. I just want to be playing the game. So, yeah. I'm not going to go into the mechanics because Ms. Tech, Mr. Happy, and the real content creators for this game are going to go into all of that in greater detail later. What I am going to say, though, is there are a lot of story implications that could be alluding to maybe a new job, possibly, or maybe it's just some crossover funsies. I don't really know. It's not really important. The mechanics of this fight were simple enough in the normal mode that pretty much all of the pickup groups I was in were able to complete it with no disbanding, no rage. So I really don't foresee this being like a overly difficult challenge. But it's still engaging enough where people who complain about fights being too easy, are still gonna have, there's enough meat here for the hardcore fans to chew on. And I can only imagine what this shit is like in Savage. I don't know if I'm gonna do Savage this time around. I did a little bit of Savage for the previous stuff, but didn't really pan out too well. You know, statics and all that shit. Not really into the whole social hardcore raid grouping thing, because it's just, there's so much that can go wrong, and it usually always does, that it's just not my cup of tea. But definitely check out the normal versions of this raid. They're basically like primals, like the primal fights that they were before, except with amped up mechanics. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're more or less difficult, it just means that the excitement and the explosive action that happens moment to moment in the fights is just all the way up. Where previous primals had a lot of downtime when they were casting their ultimates and a lot of their big spells, it feels like that's happening constantly. From the moment you initiate combat with these guys, they are just popping off with the attacks. It's great. It's really, really good. And I don't know. This just screams like this is Final Fantasy in like its purest form to me, because the fight itself is kind of telling a story. The way that you dance around the arena to dodge the AoEs and still manage to do damage, how you're balancing your fight with the mechanics instead of having like a, okay, stop doing damage and do mechanics type of thing. There are times in Final Fantasy XIV where your player combat and the fight's mechanics don't really run well, where you have to pick between doing mechanics and doing damage. In this fight particularly, it meshes really well, where it's do the damage and the mechanics at the same time. So if you remember, the extreme Rami fight needs the tanks to collect 3 lightning orbs in order to have lightning resistance, and it keeps him from doing raid-wide AoE damage. This time, if you don't have at least 1 orb, you're probably going to get 1 shot. If you're a tank, you can maybe take 2. But it means that, you know, the orbs are always on your mind. You're always being spatially aware of those. He's got these staffs that attract the lightning, and the larger staff will always attract, you know, the biggest bolt, which kind of took me a minute to pick up on in the video. But, you know, get your lightning orb, avoid the lightning rods, because you don't want to get struck by the biggest one. It doesn't matter how much resistance you have. If you get struck directly, you're kind of screwed. I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's not a very entertaining video if all I do is gush, but I was a little bit down on it at the time, because it was, you look at the game time, it was 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, and the only thing keeping my eyelids open was excitement and caffeine. But looking back on it, excitement and caffeine is still keeping me from sleep, because I'm thinking about how cool this fight was. So, like I said, if you're caught up on Shadowbringers, definitely give this raid a try. It's not hard, and you won't have any problems finding a target for any of the fights. They're all pretty straightforward, honestly. There's nothing crazy that you need to look up a guide for, I don't think, personally. You don't have to stop and do math like you did in Oroborn Monastery. And I can show this on the channel without worrying about any type of spoilers, because it's pretty detached. But if you've been keeping up with the raid, of course you kind of know what's going on. But to people who aren't caught up, it just looks like a really weird version of Ranroon. And it is. It's crazy. So, thank you guys for watching. I am going to put up the videos, the later fights. There's like 4 or 3 more. Because these were all recorded day 1. And that's important to me, to get my thoughts to you guys while they're fresh. I'm gonna try and keep the energy up, because high energy is good, but I am fucking tired. I've been up literally all night. I haven't gotten any sleep. Later, I'm supposed to be doing a stream with my buddy Trail over on his Twitch channel. He's gonna be playing Final Fantasy VIII, and I just got done telling him how much I love that. I do have other content coming for other games, but like I said in the community tab, kind of had some recording foibles, but we're going to work through it. Final Fantasy worked through whatever Stormbringer was supposed to be, Stormblood was supposed to be, and now we are enjoying some delicious content. So I'm going to try and put out some delicious content for you guys. Until then, please enjoy this beautiful fight and my lovely Viera corpse all over the ground.